and Peter Lindmark loving this drive from Mike Gartner.
Interesting, Peter Lindmark plays in their first division, doesn't play in the Relight division.
And he's been the story of this Swedish hockey team at the World Hockey Championship. Played an exceptional game against the Soviets. Sweden lost that one 4-1, but it would have been much higher, except for the great goaltending of young Peter Lindmark. Here it's 2-1 for Sweden. Gartner has the puck, bringing it up over the line, a drive, and Lindmark kicks that out. After it for Canada, Ryan Walter. Walter in the corner with Gartner, tried to get it back to Barry Long. Here's a race for it, brought in by Roland Stoltz. Stoltz a shot, Phil Meir makes the save. And Meir clears it ahead to Dennis Baruch. Baruch slapped it, couldn't get it out. After it for Canada. Babich ran into the Swedish player. The puck is held right in front of the Canadian bench. And they get a face-off. Number 23 for Sweden, that's Lars Molin. A lot of the Swedish players wear that face protector.
Yes, it's quite a common thing over here, that glass protector they wear on the top from their helmets down. There's been a number of players throughout the tournament. Finnish players also, a couple of the Czechoslovakian players.
Now Noslin shoots the puck in for Sweden. Meir out of the net, slapped it to the corner. Noslin is there to get it for Team Sweden. Pass right in front, and Norberg had his shot blocked as he was set up. Rick Green, number 5, on defense for Canada with Willie Huber. Now Green brings it out. Huber takes the pass on the right side, sidesteps Noslin, then shoots it into the Swedish corner. After it, there goes John Ogrodnik. Foligno slaps it off the board. Foligno to Guy Lafleur. Lafleur is checked, and Sweden comes up with the puck again, but they can't get it out. Lafleur slaps it along the boards. Now we get a whistle as it was knocked down in the corner there, and a face-off coming outside the blue line.
Good shot of the bench. Dennis Rook, Don Cherry.
The always colorful Don Cherry must be very concerned right now with the play of Team Canada, down just 1 goal. They really haven't had a scoring break in this game at all, except very early in the game when Foligno scored in the first period from Ogrodnik. Sweden's been right on top of them since that point, nullifying most of their scoring opportunities. Now Valtin, a long shot. Good save by Phil Meir. Foligno slaps it out to Guy Lafleur. Here's Lafleur coming up for Canada. Over the line. Hauled down. There'll be a penalty coming up to Sweden as Guy Lafleur was hauled down in the Swedish zone. And the referee calls a penalty. We'll look at the power play in a moment.
If you take your car out for several trips in a day, you're spending a lot more money on gas than you have to. That's a good reason to do all your errands at one time. The name of the game is saving money. Read about it in the driving economy book from Shell. Shell helps.
Hawkinson in the penalty box for Sweden. This is the Team Canada power play. Puck comes back, McCourt a shot. Lafleur keeps it in for Canada, rolls it in front. Steen then slaps it outside the blue line. McCourt and Guy Lafleur on the point. Walter, Marouk, and Gartner, the forward line for Canada on this power play. Now Lafleur gets the pass ahead. Here comes Gartner, but he couldn't control it. And Steen has it for Sweden. Steen just drops it over to Lennart Norberg. And Sweden fires it back into their own zone. Samuelsson goes after it. Now here comes Guy Lafleur back in for Canada. Lafleur on right wing, fakes the shot. Gartner calling for a pass. Lafleur takes it to the corner, slaps at it, and Steen shoots it out for Sweden. 1:05 left in the Swedish penalty. Now Dennis Baruch winding up for Canada. Baruch coming in with Gartner. Gartner into the corner, number 11. Shoots it to Dennis Baruch. Back to Gartner. McCourt standing all alone in front. Here's Baruch getting set. Passes it back to McCourt. A shot. And
great save by Lindmark.
Good save by Lindmark. 45 seconds left in the power play. LaFleur in his own zone. Some solid penalty killing by the Swedish national team. Now Tambellini up over the line to Dale McCourt. McCourt in the corner. He drops it back to the line, and McDonald couldn't handle it there. Lanny McDonald. Now he gives it back. Dale McCourt up over the line, coming in, and Pat Bouchette couldn't get it. Here's a 2-on-1 break for Sweden. Moving in front is Axon, a shot, and Bill Muir robs number 10 his Axon. 5 seconds left in the power play. Sweden leading 2-1. Now they shoot the puck into the Canadian zone, and they're back at full strength. Babbage for Canada. Here comes Babbage, straight up the middle. Up with Tambellini and McDonald. McDonald takes the pass, a shot, and that's kicked out by Peter Lindmark. McDonald goes after it, but it's brought back by Hawkinson. Hawkinson, a long shot, and Bill Muir misjudged that. Now Babbage goes after the puck, left it there for Tambellini. Steve Tambellini, a native of Trail, British Columbia, gives it to David Babbage, number 24 for Canada, who played junior with Portland in the Western Hockey League. Walter, back to Babbage. Bouchette just slaps it off the boards into the Swedish zone. Matt Baltine, run around by Ryan Walter. Sweden coming out of their own zone now, led by Sundstrom, number 11, who has scored one of the goals for Team Sweden. Huber knocks him against the boards, and they pin it there, and the fans very appreciative of the play of Sweden, leading 2-1.
When you find yourself with muffler trouble, what you don't want to find is more trouble. So visit a friend, someone you know, not some stranger.
Hi, Albert. Sounds like you have a problem.
Superior Muffler offers a full lifetime guarantee on the muffler and all parts and labor for as long as you own your car. Foreign cars too, and you probably don't need an introduction.
Your Superior Muffler Pro. Muffler expert. You already know.
This is Gothenburg, Sweden. Bernie Pascal along with John Ferguson and our entire CTV sports crew. Canada trailing Sweden 2-1. Here's Walter in with Deblois, delayed offside. Puck is brought out by Samuelsson. Got it over the line, running for the net there. Norberg just dancing on his skate, and the pass just failed to get to him. Huber, a solid check on Samuelsson. Now Rick Green ahead to Ryan Walter. Walter back into his own zone. Steen doing some good forechecking. Here's a chance in front, Noslin, and he couldn't get a shot away. As Canada a little sloppy in their own zone. Final 7 minutes of period number 3. Huber coming out. A pass to number 23, Deblois. He's knocked off stride. Back for Moline, a drive, and that goes wide of the Canadian net. Lukowicz, number 12 for Canada. Boris Lukowicz, native of Spears, Saskatchewan. The puck shot by Foligno, and Foligno is dumped. There will be another Swedish penalty for interference.
Well, this is certainly a good chance coming up for Canada. Had a new line combination again out there. Don Cherry trying to mix things up and get things going here at the 14-minute mark of the third. But here's an opportunity for us to get back into the game, Canada.
Foligno dumped, and an interference penalty against Sweden. So Canada once again gets a power play opportunity. Number 23, Lars Moline, over to the bench. The penalty is to Peter Hallander, number 3. So Canada, coach Don Cherry sends out Maroon, Mike Foligno, Ogrodnik, and again on the point, LaFleur and Dale McCourt.
Canada pulling all stops out here with 5 forwards out there in the power play. There's a shot of Bent Olsen, the coach of Swedish national team.
38 years of age. Bengt coached the Swedish champions, 73, 74, and 75. He's done an amazing job with this young Swedish team. Swedish players have come a long way in the National Hockey League since Ulf Sterner played in the mid-60s. Just look at the likes of the Swedish players now. Here's McCourt, a shot. That stopped the rebound. It's loose. And covering up is Lindmark, and then the net is knocked off its moorings as Marouk slid into the net.
Good face-off by Marouk to win that face-off and get it back to Dale McCourt. Dale McCourt's shot was right on goal. But there's an interesting situation. Those goal posts are only in there about a half an inch. They come off quite easily. And now they're saying that Team Canada ruled well, I guess we did. Knocked it off the hinges. So the puck comes outside, and the face-off outside the blue line. But it was interesting the other day when the United States, in the last 2 minutes of the game, when they were playing Holland, a Holland player automatically took it off the net, off the hinges, and it was a penalty shot. The United States won the game 7-6 with 10 seconds to go.
There's our area up here in the CTV and the French TVA network, along with the other countries. This is the television area here at the Scandinavium Center. Television of this game going to 15 countries. Canada on the power play, trailing 2-1. Ogrodnik's shot. Lindmark kicks that out. Valtin goes after it for Sweden. That's Valtin, clears it off the boards, but Court keeps it in for Canada. Into the corner, Marouk tried to get to it. He couldn't control it, and Sweden shoots it off the boards into the Canadian zone. 1.5 minutes remaining in the penalty to Team Sweden. Canada trailing 2-1 here in the third period. Away goes Guy Lafleur, number 20. Lafleur for Canada in front, and reaching for the pass was John Ogrodnik. He just failed to get it. Dennis Marouk setting up for Canada. Drops it back to Guy Lafleur. Lafleur, here's a chance for Ogrodnik. Ogrodnik back to Guy Lafleur. Lafleur in front of McCourt, a shot, the rebound, and that's stopped by Lindmark and cleared down the ice.
Dale McCourt moved brilliantly off the point there, and a great save by Lindmark.
Now coming back for Canada, Ogrodnik in with Mike Gartner. Gartner dumps it in front, a bouncing puck, and it's taken by Steen of Sweden. Then he's turned around. Gartner got a piece of it and collided with Steen. Dennis Marouk, he can't catch up to it. Valtin, 30 seconds left in the penalty. This is Ryan Walter, number 19 for Canada. Walter dumps it into Gartner to Dennis Marouk. Marouk gets it in front. Here's a chance. Walter back to Babbitt. His shot deflected. Knocked in by Marouk. He scores.
No goal, they call it.
Referee says no goal. It was knocked in, plugged in by Dennis Marouk.
Well, we'll have to watch this in a replay. Only thing they could call is it went off his glove into the net.
And the Swedish goaltender Lindmark injured on the play. Now note on the replay, Bergie will keep an eye on Dennis Marouk, number 21. Well, he's in the crease, but
to me it looks like a goal. I would count that a goal. There's no doubt about it. Good shot here by Babbage, right on goal. Marouk, he's come across the goal mouth. Now he's outside of the crease when he taps it back in.
Referee Vladimir Schubert.
Here we watch it again. Now watch Marouk come through the back of the crease behind Lindmark. Now he doesn't bother with anybody while his feet are in the crease.
Well, he's definitely in the crease, John. There's no question about that, and that's obviously the ruling. He's in the crease. He wasn't pushed there. And the goal is disallowed by Schubert, the Czechoslovakian referee. And Lanny McDonald, the Team Canada captain, still discussing the situation with the ref. 17 seconds remaining in the penalty to Peter Hallander, and he's watching the action from the penalty box. So Sweden still leading 2-1. That goal called back by Dennis Marouk. Ciambolini, number 14, he gets it back to Rob Ramage. Ramage over to David Babbitt. He shoots it into the Swedish zone. Final minutes of period number 3. Babbitt keeps it in. Here's Walter behind the net. Gives it to Mike Gartner. Back to Walter. Walter, Sweden back at full strength. Here's Walter in behind the net. Taken out of the play. Rob Ramage getting set. His shot. That's stopped by Peter Lindmark. Loose puck in front. Lindmark smothers it and holds on. Some great goaltending, and our coverage on CTV continues.
I I just love walking with you, Coog.
Yeah? In my new Cougar Hot Shots, with their cushioned soles, hey, I could walk for miles.
For miles?
Yeah.
Maybe we could sit.
Oh, great. Oh, hey, I love to sit in my new Cougar Hot Shots, too.
Ooh.
They're comfy and casual and so sporty looking.
Hot stuff, these new Cougar Hot Shots. In leather, suedes, and canvas, in sizes to fit everyone, at Cougar dealers everywhere.
Oh, Coog, at last you've fallen for me, you hot shot, you. Oh.
Pepsi has told you that large numbers of Coke drinkers have switched. Yet Coke has doubled its national gallon sales gap over Pepsi since the May 1980 Pepsi poll based on the latest national survey of food store sales. According to the survey figures, Pepsi is not catching Coca-Cola in national food store sales since May 1980. Don't be misled by any other impression. The next time you see scenes such as these, remember Coke has pulled even farther ahead.
Here's Tambellini for Canada. Tambellini trying to get it in front, and it's knocked away by Leonard Norberg. Norberg for Sweden. Gets the pass to Stu Essling. Is Axton moving in front? Here's a chance. The shot, they score! Norberg scores for Sweden.
Well, that was certainly a big goal for Sweden. Norberg moved right in, made the deke around Phil Neer, and got the puck in behind him.
Norberg on the backhand shot, set up perfectly by Isaacson. Gets by Dale McCourt. Here goes down and he tucks it right underneath him. Leonard Norberg. From number 10 is Axon. And that's a downer for the Team Canada players. I think the expressions on their face tell the entire story. With Sweden now moving in front 3-1. Time of the goal, 17:33. And coach Bengt Olsen behind the Swedish bench. This is Steen, number 20 for Sweden, firing it in. Lukowicz, number 12 for Canada. Now Canada trailing by 2. Pass comes ahead, shot in. Deblois, number 23, fires it off the board. After it there, Matt Noslin. He gets it ahead to Sundstrom. In with Steen. Steen, number 20 to Sundstrom. Sundstrom with Essling in front. Gets a shot, but not a solid drive, and that stopped. After it, Noslin is knocked against the board by Willie Huber. Now Dale McCourt gets it out. Stopped there by Sundstrom. Sundstrom has scored one of the goals for Sweden. He's number 11, a good move there. Now he's bumped by Dale McCourt, still has it, and shoots it in. A bouncing puck grabbed by Phil Neer. A minute and a half left in the game. This is Green for Canada. Around the boards to Mike Foligno. And it bounced away from him up over the boards into the spectators. Well, the pressure's on now, John. Team Canada down by 2.
Well, it certainly is with a minute and a half to go. The pressure they were trying to put on there and got caught forward coming through the middle. It was unfortunate that power play. It was just allowed goal. That hurt them. It would have been 2-2.
Reminder at the conclusion of today's telecast, we'll be selecting the replay gum, 2 stars of this game. And there have been many outstanding players in this contest. Dennis Maroot against Roland Erickson. Here's Babbage going after the puck, and he's seen a lot of action here in period number 3. Valteen slapped it in. Now it comes to Babbage. Babbage for Canada. Straight up the middle with Guy Lafleur. It's shot into the corner. Lafleur goes in after it. Babbage runs into the Swedish player. Hawkinson knocked him against the boards. Lafleur trying to get the puck loose. It's cleared around. Valteen lost it to John O'Grodnik. O'Grodnik, number 15, drops it back. Guy Lafleur trying to pass it. He's held along the boards by Valteen. Now Maroot right in front of the net. Here's a chance for O'Grodnik. A backhand shot. And covering up, as he's done most of the game, Peter Lindmark.
Well, Peter Lindmark has just been super.
44 seconds left to play. Both teams into position for this face-off, and here's that close action. Maruk getting a backhand shot.
Maruk had a chance at it. Ogrodnik had a chance at it. But these Swedish players, they clear you out of that front of that net also. They really play a lot like the North Americans now. There's no doubt about it. They've adapted a lot from our game, and no question that hit on Foligno at the blue line that set up their second goal was something they had to pick up from North American hockey, because they did it right. The player carries the puck over the blue line. Should get it over, get that puck over, not carry it over his own blue line.
The Canadian net is empty. Phil Muir is on the bench for the extra attacker. Ramage, LaFleur, Dennis Maruk, Babbage, Lanny McDonald, and Mike Foligno. Out there, Foligno has scored the lone goal for Team Canada from Ogrodnik in the first period. Maruk getting set now for this faceoff. Here's Maruk slapping it over to Babbage. LaFleur getting set, a shot, loose puck in front, and Babbage just failed to pick that up. Now LaFleur goes after it. Here's Ramage keeping it in at the line. Ramage, a shot, knocked down. 30 seconds left in the game. In behind the net, LaFleur trying to move it in front. It's taken there by Peter Hallander. Hallander is knocked off stride. Ogrodnik goes after it, and they pin it against the boards, and we get a face-off. There's Muir looking on at the bench, and he's played extremely well in this game for Canada. Now Sweden decides to change. A lot of power out there, production-wise, for Team Canada, John, when you look at the McDonalds, the LaFleurs, Ogrodnik.
Well, there certainly is. We got a little size up front, Team Canada. They're going to have to win this face-off, and everybody is going to head for that net and leave one shooter back.
On that right side, number 27, of course, is Foligno. Getting set for the face-off. It'll be taken by Dennis Maruk. 1941.
Maruk against Thomas Steen, and Ramage is back for Team Canada.
Now Ramage goes after the puck. Essling cleared it out. Remember, the Canadian net is empty. Now it's knocked down at center. Maruk slaps away at it. Ramage, 5 seconds, and it's called on the offside at the Canadian line. Exactly 5 seconds left in the game.
Now the blue line outside, the face-off outside the blue line, and Mats Nassen has played just a strong game for Sweden today. He's just been made a lot of excellent plays. He's been on the ice a lot. Also, young Thomas Steen for Sweden. Stu Osling, a veteran of World Championship plays, has played very strong, as well as Peter Wallin, a right-handed shooting defenseman.
So with that face-off at the Canadian blue line, Muir comes back into the net. 5 seconds left. Steen against Dennis Maruk. It comes over to Foligno. Can't get a shot as he stops. And there's the siren, and the game is over. And the crowd very excited as Sweden beats Canada 3-1. We'll be back in a moment.
When you're smiling, the whole world smiles with you. Smiling, smiling, let blue smile along with you. But that's blue.
Just when you thought Seiko had done it all, Seiko creates new wonders. Dual display alarm chronographs with day and date. Water-resistant alarm chronographs with single button control for each function. Solar alarm chronographs with batteries recharged by the sun. And Seiko's first alarm countdown timer for women. Will Seiko wonders never cease? Seiko. Someday, all watches will be made this way.
Hey, kid. First day on the job and green as grass. Have to tell them about job-rated boots, puncture plate sole, steel toe cap, one-piece bellows tongue. Gotta fit right and feel good. These Greb job-rated are the best boots for the buck I ever bought. Look at that. He's already got a pair. Okay, let's put those new boots to work.
Great boots for your buck. Greb, job rated.
Hello, I'm Tom Leon, president of Leon's Furniture, and I promise our customers a better deal during 1981. We've installed the Leon hotline. We hope you never have to call, but if you have a problem your local store can't solve, call the hotline. Our service will surprise you, and the Leon's promise is a promise you can believe in. Right?
Two stars of today's game as selected by our telecast crew for lightsabers, makers of replay gum, and suppliers to Team Canada, the stars of the game, Phil Beer and Peter Lindmark, the two goalies. Our next telecast will be April 25th, Canada and Czechoslovakia. So on behalf of John Ferguson and our entire CTV sports crew, this is Bernie Pascal saying good evening. So long from Gothenburg, Sweden. Remind us to join us Saturday. Canada plays Czechoslovakia.
From the Scandinavia, in Gothenburg, Sweden, the 1981 World Hockey Championships, featuring teams from the Soviet Union, Czechoslovakia, Sweden, Finland, the United States, and Team Canada. Brought to you by Labatt's. We're proud to bring the best to you. The bid for the World Cup of Hockey. This is the CTV Television Network.